Hi everyone. I wanted to take a quick look at some of the things you might do when you first set up your YourNextVisit account. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Now, some of these features I will have already set up on my account. But once you log in, there are a number of things that you might want to do the first time you visit. One of those that we're going to have a quick look at first up is we're going to go to the My Profile link, which is up here at the top. We're going to have a look at some of the options you've got here. So you've got obviously your own details and you can edit those. And this is where you can change and customize the reminder message that your contacts receive when you send reminders about their appointments. So if we come down and have a look at the reminder message, we might want to change that. So we can customize that and we can say, hey, and we can add in fields about our contacts. So we might say, hey, contact first name, don't forget you have an appointment with Simon. Or rather than saying Simon, we might say, again, we might customize that and put our organization name at date and time. Okay, now as you can see, we've used up most of our available 120 characters there. Now we can say, okay, that's all looking pretty good. We might want to test just to make sure that that's all the way we want it to be. So we can say test reminder message and enter in directly a mobile number and send that reminder. So that'll just send a sample of that reminder to the number that you put in. In this case, that's my mobile, so with any luck we should hear that arrive as an SMS momentarily. So that's one of the first things you can look at customizing, is that reminder message. You can also have a look here and see that we have an option that says add or update service provider. And if we open that up, then what we see is a list of the service providers. Now, service providers could be staff names, they could be treatment types, so you might have different treatment types listed as service providers. You might have staff names. You can use those however you see fit. So we've got here a couple of names. We can add another one, and that might be for a new service provider. So we go in and update the name, and then we choose a particular colour to be associated with that appointment. I might choose a different colour because that blue is quite similar to the default appointment. So we might go something more like the that sort of aqua sort of a colour. Now what that does is when we go back to our calendar, now that we've got those additional service providers in, we can go back to the calendar, and when we're setting up for a new appointment, then we can select the contact that the appointment is for, our customer, but we can also set who the appointment is with. So again, in the same way that you can just type and the list will come up in your contacts box, same thing with the appointment with, and this is where you'll have that list of appointment providers. So we can just start to type the name and it'll come up. We select that and then we go through the rest of the normal process for setting up an appointment. And what that does is, so we're happy with that, we'll just save that appointment. When we look at the calendar for that day, which is in the next week, we can see that that appointment is highlighted in that colour that we've chosen for that particular staff member or that particular service provider. So when you've got lots of staff and lots of appointments and lots of things happening, that color coding makes it really easy to see who's doing what when, and you can see that Patty is providing service to Simon in that particular example. You can open that up and see the details. Okay, so that's a couple of things that you might want to do when you first log in. Is check your reminder. Now I didn't save my reminder message, so that's gone. But check. You can customize your reminder message, and you can add your service providers in the add or update service provider. Now those options only appear when you've got that particular page in edit mode. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, thanks very much, guys. We'll be back with more tips and hints soon. Hope you're enjoying your next visit. Bye now.